Welcome back to our custom Arizona challenge mode. We're working on Herrerasaurus currently. I'm not sure if there's any other research we want to do immediately, but we can check here in a second when the scientist recovers. I tinkered a little bit with the audio settings from my microphone. Not too much. I didn't go too crazy on messing with it, but it might be improved a little bit. It's hard for me to judge. Let me know if you think it's better or worse. That would be unfortunate. Probably doesn't make much of a difference either way. I made some edits to the files again. I specifically edited ticket sales. However, it doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if that's because the line I edited was not the correct line. I edited the only line that refers to Arizona specifically that I could find. Or if it's just the case of it not kicking in because the park's already running. Maybe we have to start from scratch for that to affect it. Or maybe it has to wait for next month to tick over or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, the big thing here is we're making like 600K, yeah, 613K off ticket sales. I tried to reduce that by an order of magnitude. So basically it would drop it down to like 60K ticket sale income, which is quite the difference. I was mostly just curious to see if it would work, so I wanted a dramatic reduction. If it updates, we'll definitely know, so that'll be pretty obvious. The amount we're paying out in income tax actually looks pretty good, actually. It's just that the ticket sale income is so high that makes it a little dodgy. Oh, I never opened the randomizer. Whoops. I'll get that opened up. We'll do that when I pause the recording here. In terms of scientists, we had genetics and genetics. And welfare, really. So yeah, we don't really have any other research projects it looks like we can do right now. In fact, we don't have any other genetic projects in general. And I think we had all the prerequisites done for the other species we need to add. Yeah, we got like Metri unlocked. We just got a bunch of stuff to dig up. So why don't we let this dig team get back here. I'll get the randomizer set up and on screen for when I next unpause this recording. Well, the new month has ticked over. We get a new contract. More the merrier is definitely the thing we want to do here.
Dinos, more money. That's my
So we just hatch
motto.
more galleys. Yeah, you do that. Looks like the fossils are just about back. It'll take 30 seconds, though, for this current batch to process. So we're going to wait for that. There. Oops. That was the synthesis completing, not the fossils completing. 10 eggs. Again, rule hatch all, so we'll do that. We'll expand the enclosure if need be. We've still got some room left to put in more plants anyway, so it shouldn't be even an issue. There's that. There's that. I suppose we could have sent the dig team back out again. It's only 30 seconds difference, so it's not really relevant, but... Ginkgo... Yeah, there's no point in removing anything else. A Herrera is complete then, with one dig, which is good. So, what next? So the Herrera goes in. We need to do... We still need to work on the lagoon prerequisites research, right? I think so. We could do a Ranosaurus. Except I think this current enclosure is kind of done. The Urano has to go in like a new enclosure with whatever other herbivores we get. I'm probably going to hold off on the Urano. For a little while. I guess we could work on the Metri next. That might not be bad. Let's look at what we have to do here for the lagoon. So, oh, we did do the basic lagoon stuff. If we want the upgrade for the hatcheries, that's what takes a little bit of work. 16 welfare. You have no points left. You have 1 point. So we can get up to 12. And this is 4, so we only need 4 welfare. Actually, what am I like in the market for? I mean, obviously we need welfare. That goes without saying. And we're pretty good on our genetics front. We need probably more logistics too. So like somebody with good welfare and logistics would be really nice. Logistics specialist 323, 16k a minute is not bad at all. Well, actually, we might just grab that logistics specialist. Are we capped on staff buildings? Oh, also, did we ever get an upgrade for these? We did. Speed, though. We wanted... Actually... Yeah, I think at this point, with the current financial situation, we'll just push for specialist facility again. 2 out of 2 built. You cannot currently build more than 2. Not currently build more than 2. Increase the limit here. So if we get 16 logistics, we can do that. Yeah, so we hire the logistics specialist, absolutely. And then we do the welfare afterwards, which means we put Plesiosaurus off for a little bit, so we probably do push Metri first. Embry, come in to the squad. She even come to the point, that's nice. Well, we could also do Compy. Actually, Compy and Metri probably go in the same pen. Yeah, let's do Compy and Metri and build a Compy Metri pen. Metri first. The copies are basically just extra set dressing for that. And Metri is actually at the same dig site as Plesi here. I don't know if that's the only Plesiosaur dig site. It looks like it might be. Alright, the new logistics specialist also just does that job. That's great. And then when we want to do this, we will need both staff people available for that. However, yeah, specialist facility we can do right now. So let's do that. Great. So specialist facility on the way. We'll put that in immediately. Yeah, we're just waiting on these galleys. Oh, I guess I could have checked to see if we had any other genes for the galleys that we didn't previously have on them. Too late now. But I should have thought of that. Yeah, we got room for more plants here around the central oasis area. It's not too bad. And I will say that this challenge, not really living up to the moniker of a Jurassic challenge for necessarily, but it's kind of our fact-finding mission, you know? Our first attempt at making our own custom challenge mode, really. So I don't feel... I'm not so upset that it's a little easy. We've made our first big edits to things, and... it takes a little bit of trial and error to figure things out. I'm pretty goddamn busy right now in my life, so... I might have just replaced some plants there. Oh, how did the ground leaf get worse? Weird. That's fine. A little bit extra over here, too. Just in case they spread around. Because they do that. But yeah, I don't quite have the time to just experiment with the files to the degree I would have liked to. But we'll definitely be pushing this harder in the future. Given that it works, clearly. So Paki, Para, Amarg, and Galley, they're all looking good. Alright, the Herrera fossils are not done yet. Let's get the enclosure built. We're just basically mirroring the same thing we did here. Yeah. So this should be, yeah, okay. I should have set this up the other day when I put in the first one so that I can make sure the spacing was consistent. I think we'll want to make sure this is in the power. So we'll do that right there. May not quite be centered. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is exactly 1 width. Yes, the Troodon pen is exactly 1 width wide. So this should be as easy as going all the way to the edge. Because these paths are spaced perfectly out. And then, yeah, one deep. And then down here, we go all the way to the path. 1 up. And we should have a matching enclosure on either side. The only remaining question is whether or not it actually works for Herrera like it does for Troodon. I'm not confident it will, but the Herrera population might be low enough that we can make it work. Because we can always hatch a clutch of Troodons or a hutch. A hutch of Chlorerasaurus, and sell the ones that are inferior and just keep the best ones. Because that is officially our new challenge rule in general. Like, hatch all, yes, but we're allowing ourselves to sell. We have to pay effectively a financial penalty to not hatch an egg, which I think is a good compromise for difficulty, without like completely ruining our enclosures sometimes, which gets a little tedious. Yeah, let's not put the path in here till we've actually figured all that out. Water, a little bit. Let's do the whole lower trick so that it doesn't get dumb. Yeah, nice little oblong lake there. Smooth it out a little bit because it looks a little bit better if we do that. Okay, next. The fossils are there. We still have one more to process, though, to finish the genome, so that's got to happen. Yeah, that dig's only half done, so we'll absolutely process this single fossil, as poor as it is to do. Yeah, you can do it. Alright, and then we're just gonna basically wait for fossils to come back and the Herrera to be ready. I don't think there's anything else to do when this research finishes. Actually, let's look it over before we go into stasis mode here. We could start working on power. Yeah, actually, power upgrades isn't bad. Let's do that. Alright. Alright, mild disease outbreak, nothing to worry about. Herrera. Let's get them set up. We're looking at SVPE, so that's Svalbard. Pelophylax. Green and blue. That feels almost like what we had last time. Can I actually check what we had last time? I think I can, because the log remains. We did UK. That should be this file. We had SVPU. Okay, so they're completely different. Champlain Valley, Pulkarana before, and these ones are different. Good. I'm glad we'll get at least a different look at Herrera. A, and then C, not relevant for a carnivore here. C on resilient. And then, yeah, unfortunately the social ones are all just A's. So we've got a pretty bad Herrera genome for living in confined space here. Yeah, we got 2 on fit, 1 on, I think that's attack power or whatever, and then, yeah. And then what is their social? 3. That's gonna maybe be rough. We could just go the minimum on these instead of 4. Probably just, we'll see what we hatch and then we'll decide. Oh my god, that is spreading.
Dinosaurs in need of immediate treatment. See to it.
Like, rapidly. It do be like that. Why can I not click on this guy? What? I literally can't click that one. Let's do one of these. Add task. We've seen this before. I can probably just do this. Let's just do that. Just assign it there and see if that works. We're not going to generally do that kind of stuff because I'm not usually a fan of the automated thing. Holy smokes, that is quite contagious. Holy cow, look at that spread. That is wild. I mean, we are on high disease and all, but it's been a while since we've seen an outbreak this bad. I mean, they're like staying on top of it, but my god. I mean, there's like a limit. It can't keep spreading forever, right? Because they can't get sick twice in a row. Yeah, so we've got nothing here for space. Hatch them all. we're gonna just toggle the vehicle off afterwards. I don't feel bad about doing it that way. Like, obviously we can just leave the vehicle assigned. It just feels a little cheap to me. It's not, because it's basic game functionality. I just don't like to do it generally. That's all. All right, sure. Process those on you. Dig team, please return to the field. Unless I want to pivot over. Temporarily. You know what? Maybe I do, because if we knock out staff improvements, we can maybe work on the lagoon at the same time we're digging up the other fossils here. We don't even need the specialist facility in here, really, because we're not gaining anything from this. So let's do that. Let's knock out staff improvements first. And let's make sure we put the facilities in here, because I don't think there's a reason not to. They're not even that expensive. Oh, that also gives us the other staff center, so we can start to keep an eye on a welfare specialist again. They have their hands full. This is wild. That got out of control so quickly. I wonder if the galleys are, like, extra susceptible. I don't remember where you even see that information. Or is this like a thing I keep gaslighting myself into thinking as a mechanic? Oh yeah, vulnerabilities, avian influenza. Oh no, this is avian pox, so never mind. It's not even that. This is just bad fucking luck. I mean, it's gotta get under control at some point, right? There's no way that it can just keep going infinitely. For sure. Park rating up. Oh, we should check our, well, income 800k is still super high. Yeah, ticket sales is 600k still. So definitely the ticket price thing hasn't adjusted in any way.
I'm going to get
Eradicating disease? We're doing it anyway?
Get it done.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's good if this is the end of the spread. Because I feel like it's run its course through the entire fucking enclosure now. Nope, as soon as I say it, more pops up. Alright. Release via airlift some Herreras. Let's make sure we get that goat feeder in. We also do need our a gate. Ranger team and medical team are down there, so the gate makes the most sense to put in over here. And we need a ranger station, which we should be able to just tuck in kind of like over here somewhere or something. Obstructed by wide path. Obstructed there. Obstructed here. Obstructed there. Yeah, this one is slightly different spacing, I think. Oh no, the other one we did not fit in that gap either. Never mind. It is off somewhere else. We can't fit it here either, huh? Wow. That's a tough one. All the way down there is actually workable. That's not bad. It's not super close to the gate, but it's not farther away. Yeah, that gets more of the enclosure than that one does. All right, we'll do that. Ranger Team 2 is administering 1 patrol. There's 2 for you. Okay, next thing to do. Fossils and the dig. Or no, the dig is blocked by research. Right, because we sent the logistics people out to do that. But we do fossils. This person can rest. The medical team still working? They are. I suppose there's also the distinct possibility that, okay, these aren't all in the same area.
Transportation complete. Commencing asset transit.
Like, that they can be out of the range of the ranger
what
post.
What we have here is a Herrerasaurus,
It's a carnivore and a spectacular.
Oh, we actually
addition to our
finished it.
dinosaurs.
That was a
It
wild
just
outbreak.
requires
Okay, Herreras are down. Prey, water, and space. Oh, I put down a fucking carnivore feeder instead of a goddamn goat feeder. The amount of times I do that actually baffles me. Like, I don't know how I click the wrong feeder so consistently. That one throws me for a loop. Open space is okay, but we don't have the full population yet.
little TLC.
Ooh, I actually like this Herrera quite a lot. It's not like a really elaborate pattern, but I really like the way the pattern actually blends in with the green pretty subtly for this modeled look. And usually the Herreras look like they have a skin condition, but this one's really nice. It's a little weird having such a like deep green Herrera
I
in
only have
a
room for the best when it
desert
comes to my
park,
team.
but
The fact that you're still here should tell you something.
Transportation underway.
it looks to me like we're actually going to be okay on population too. Okay. I assume that talk was from our contract finishing. Let's get our staff center in somewhere. Maybe just let's do this. Continue this path out. Put in another staff center down here. I went to the wrong tab. So we're doing power down there. This is kind of all blocked off and closed. So this section has the most room for expansion. You know what? Let's just put it in line basically with the other one, just the other side of the path. That is technically out of range of power. Sure. I mean, technically is not really the thing to say there, because like it is just factually out of range of power, and that is not optimal. Let's just do one of these. I think I like that better, the angle coming back like that for that power node.
Delivery has been completed.
Water 15%, open space, prey. We can even like goof around with the environment a little bit. What kind of brushes do we have? So there's the ornamental brushes. Do these not have names? I guess not. Let's look at some of these. This should be like cactuses and shit. This looks like it's, yeah, trees and stuff. We got some other kind of cactuses. What about you? You're like some little bushes and stuff. Now, does that affect your need for open space? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I suppose probably the way it works is the brushes that are... Well, I guess the way it must work is that the brushes that are not corresponding to any need, like they're not forest brushes and they're not paleo plants, probably just count as open space, I guess. Because this whole enclosure is like covered. There's no way using these brushes actually didn't affect open space if they counted for that, right? I'm pretty sure I could say that with some confidence. There's our little... Oops, we're paused. That always looks weird. Can we not be paused for a moment? Got a nice little lake down there. We got some weird little plants. Wow. It's not an exotic enclosure, but it being embedded in the middle of the park like that, symmetric on each side, I think is a fun idea. Okay, everything is expired. We did our research, and then we didn't actually send out an expedition. So, back to working on the Metriacanthosaurus and Plesiosaurus. Logistics Specialist is now up to a 9. There'll actually be a 10 when we do the other thing. Because we have the new building, but we haven't upgraded it yet. So let's keep an eye out for that welfare specialist now that we want. No sign of one yet. Wait, when do these refresh? 14 minutes, rough. Well, I mean, we already have a welfare specialist, actually. We could just pick somebody up with decent welfare. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. First off, before I forget, get this in. Second, count welfare. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, essentially. But we have points. Actually, are we just good? $16 on 4. We're just good. It thinks we only need one more point. Yeah, that's because we'd throw one of these little guys in here. Why don't we just push this guy to an 11? Okay, so Lagoon Upgrades 1 gets us the advanced equipment. 11, 3, and 2. Oh, we're missing logistics now. So yeah, I can't actually quite pull that off with just 3. Well, in that case, I guess we do just throw you at this. Little unfortunate maybe that we use that 1 point then, because we're just paying extra for his skill set now, but we don't actually need the point for anything. Not great. But yeah, that's really the only option. All right, you do that. Medicine. Oh, pox vaccine is... Yeah, we gotta push that next too. Get that done. And for genetics, what unlocked here? One of these unlocked. Maybe food? Because we released the Herrera with the bad appetite mod. So we might got the counter for that now. We do want large amenities soon, but we can't afford to research it right now. We did zip lines, even though we can't have them in. Viewing platforms is probably worth knocking out. Let's just do that. Okay. And we didn't have any other fossils to do, right? Yes, correct. Everything there is done. All right. 53 backup generator is using 1 power. Something is out of range. That's a 1. Restroom? It can't be that restroom. This restroom? I think it's this restroom. How about, yeah, maybe just one over here in front of the ranger station. Maybe it should be further back. Oh, yeah, that looks good. We'll actually do... Wait. Yeah, that doesn't hit the restroom. If we want to hit the restroom and then power this direction a little bit, we actually really can't. Yeah, unfortunately, this bathroom is just kind of in an awkward spot compared to the power grid. Let's just do this. Where as far back basically as we can get it, which is like that. Oh, that's obstructed, dude. Gross. So we gotta do some nonsense like this. Is what it is. Okay, there's that. Alright, looks like we're in stasis mode for a moment. We do have a storm currently going on. It's not, it's just a sandstorm. These aren't too threatening. They're mostly just annoying because you gotta deal with some issues on your dinosaurs. They get sand in their eyes and they get really sad about it. This pen is pretty crowded right now. It's actually a really good enclosure, surprisingly. Like, cures over time. What do we got? Silicosis. Yes, thank you. Choose a contract. Amenities is free. Amenities it is. What do you want me to do? Make a profit of 190. Oh, okay. So amenities isn't always free because you can actually get a profit contract. I didn't think of that. I didn't remember that, or possibly we've never seen it, which I don't necessarily believe. So you're silicosis. 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 I can't see you because maybe we do have to scan you because you're in a separate pen. Here's over time. Okay. Fine. What about the Troodon? Here's over time. Okay, just silicosis.
Here's one I know will interest you.
Great.
I'm sending over the
I
details.
did
now.
large fences. We knocked that out. Our expedition's back too, so let's get that dealt with. Silver and a silver, sure. Give me Metri. Metri, and then we got a whole bunch of Plezzy, sure. Looks like we're not gonna finish one before the other, really. Not a big deal. So you rest. That leaves us with genetics dudes. And we had nothing for them to do. We need the welfare person back, but he had to get rested. So that's just a waiting moment. These are all still silicosis. Okay. And we should get the park open. Close those shelters. Alrighty. We are all panicked, sprinting all over this place. Troodon diagnosed with rabies. See, now that's much more of a problem. Good thing the medical team is literally right here. Please take care of that issue.
Just wow.
Oh yeah, and the amenities contract does complete. It is free because we picked it up during a storm anyway, so the profits immediately jump up after the storm. Quick check on the sales. Yeah, ticket sales are still just through the roof. Okay, we need new amenities in the park. These ones are capped out, but I think we're just going to go for medium. So we're just going to leave these alone for now. We're just waiting for the silicosis to be dealt with. That's actually diminishing their health quite a bit. Hopefully not enough to be a threat. Alright, we need to think about where we're putting the lagoon and the metri. So the metri and the compy, we could put them in. So we probably want an exhibit over here and an exhibit over here, right? So that the exhibits are kind of this half moon shape centered on the entrance to the park. We could also put them down here and down here. It probably makes sense to build in these two directions first because we've got like hotels and stuff already in these sections. So in that regard, I need to think of how I want to do an exhibit for those dinos. Let's get this stuff dealt with first. Well, at least get these guys rested. Get our research queued up, get our fossils processed, and then we'll pause the recording and I'll think of how I want to do an enclosure for the metri. Unfortunately, the lagoon, like always, not much to really think about there beyond where it goes, and that's really all you can do with a lagoon. It'd be fun if they had like multiple lagoon shapes and pieces you could staple together instead of just the single big like hexagon or whatever it is. That way you can make some more interesting shapes. But at least they did add decorations. That's a good first start at making lagoons interesting. Or more interesting. Less bad? I don't know. Research. What am I doing? Diseases. Yes. Avian pox. I already did that. Right. I already did that. I need to do fossils. Distractions. That's probably not worth processing. Less than half. I don't think we do it. I think we'll wait for this dig to come back in a minute. So if we're not processing that, anything else we can do here? Not really. No, 9 logistics. Let's get amenities. Right. I clicked on power somehow. They're a little close. Yeah, 9 is amenities, 6, 3. Begin that task. Okay, great. We'll get these medium amenities and then we'll put them in. We'll strip out the existing ones and then we'll slot them in wherever we can and then we'll expand out on the sides with the other ones. I suppose, yeah, we should build a path around these two sides here. Because that'll be good for going forward. The Metriacanthosaurus exhibit is laid out. We've done a little rocky oasis thing here, like a little recessed lake up against a little cliff face, and it kind of slopes up to the viewing area. A little bit different than this oasis, which is much more verdant and like flat. This is a little bit more recessed, and I think it's a little neat view. We put a few decorative rocks in here, mixed a few cycads in for a cool little vibe as well, and then we put like a little bit of dirt in front, leading down to the front for a little different vibe too from the usual desert sand and stuff. I think it looks nice for a very simple little exhibit. I like it. We'll have to get some metries in there soon, hopefully. silver. Okay, we have the metry complete, actually. So we can get them out very soon. Probably they'll get hatched next episode, actually, I would imagine. Because we're already coming up on 40 minutes here, but we'll see how it plays out. So there's that. Expedition. Do we need more Plezzy? No, it's done. Okay, so expedition for Compy now. Yeah, we want to set up those amenities too, so definitely makes sense. And then yeah, just him and the welfare. Oh, we can research the aviary dome here. Yes, let's get the aviary prereq done. I'm confident there'll be a pterosaur in the roster. I'm like 99.5% sure it's coded to guarantee a pterosaur. Yeah, I think silicosis just drops these guys to half, right? And they can't, it never lowers them below half. It's just dangerous if they get hurt by something else, right? Pretty sure. And most of them are cured up now anyway. Alright, advanced amenities are coming in. So, 210. Alright, what do we want to do with our advanced amenities? 99% shelter covered. Okay, first things first, we do need more shelter. I put a bathroom in because I guessed we'd need one down there. Given that we need shelter here too, I think we guessed correctly. This looks like a great place for a shelter to me. What are you? Action figures? Here's what we're going to do, I think. Let's just scrap out this action figures immediately. Large amenity. We'll just start. We're going to put all new ones in, so we won't worry about like aligning them super well yet. Like when I say aligning, I don't mean like physically aligning them. I mean like having the food farther away from the next food. Like we won't worry about the distribution of amenities. That's a better way to say that. Because we're just going to start fresh, basically. So we'll just start up here. We'll start with food and go from there. Nice even split between everything but orange is interesting. It usually means we end up doing a lot of green. So we probably want something that's white and orange here. Steaks, perfect. Steaks is actually just the thing to do. Okay. Aquarium, skeleton, display, steaks. Done. Do you have no actual power? Yes. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. 10 and 2. Okay, yeah, power station has to go in, too. Small power. Next to the other power. Means we can't, oh, that's kind of gross, huh? We'll just do that. That one can curve. Why? Because it won't fit otherwise. It looks really weird, though. It really bugs me. It really does bug me. What if we do this? What if we do... Yeah, that looks better at an angle, because everything in the park right now is angular for pathing. So I like that better. Still bothers me that it's not the same as the other one. We could make it the same. We could just do this. So this path comes in basically right about here. And then connects like that. I like that better. I like having a match. That's what I'm doing for aesthetics, man. Okay, so Stakes is building. This has to demolish first. Might move the staff center out of here. Actually, yeah, let's get this. Let's just move this. Let's just straight up get rid of this. Well, not get rid of it, but, you know, move it out of there. Put it down here with the other ones. Nice little staff center area, basically. You go there. Alright, steaks. Next. Drinks. Drinks right next to it. This will probably shift actually to a bit of orange when we have the carnivores in here. But we'll worry about that when that happens. This should be photo and not info, right? Info 775, photo 750 guess. 750 guess is better. The profit is better. Shopping. Pixel perfect. We gotta do it. Oh, I shifted too far. That's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah, action figures. Absolutely. Absolutely action figures. We just don't want green, basically. We want orange for future proofing and no green. Aviary research complete. Fossils are in. Process the other ones. Let's do it. Let's get these. Let's do that. Now, Plesiosaurus is one of the two smallest aquatics, right? Second only to Ichthy, I think. We might be able to fit in just a single lagoon section. This section's a little cramped right now. All these buildings are just crammed together and cross over that way. We could just put the lagoon down here. Oh, you know what? That might not be the worst idea. Alright. We put a lagoon here. Will the viewing gallery be straight or not? I mean, we could put the hatchery straight. We might have to rotate that. Oh man, I need the thing. Right, because you have to have the operational hatchery to research it at all. Yeah. I think I should edit that. I don't like having to build the hatchery before I can research and build the viewing gallery. It's kind of obnoxious. All right, let's put the hatchery just in with the current layout and hope it kind of just works. I have a feeling we have to rotate it halfway, but whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. There we go. We'll just do that. Obviously, we need to power the damn thing, which I think is a prerequisite effectively for getting the research too, because I think it has to be built and powered. Not surprising, although you could argue maybe it is mildly annoying. Weird power grid? Sure. Weird forking power grid. Why not? Okay, next. Metri, right? Ready to go? Yes. Metriacanthosaurus. MFPA. Mangrove Forest. A weird blue-green deep colored with PA. Is Papurana. Weird green-blue mixture on this Metri. We'll see what that looks like. We haven't seen a Metri in a hot second either, I don't think. ACCA, G, CG. Oh, we got Humble somehow. ACCA, GAC. Nice, nice. Get rid of the... Well, yeah, no, getting rid of Intolerance really good because we wanted to put the copies in this pen. And I think we actually need Intolerant gone for the copies to work. ACCA, GACACA, but we can't do nothing about that. Yes. Save and exit. Looks like a solid Metro genome. Not bad, not bad. Can't do it. What are we blocked on? I mean, obviously we're missing genetics, but where is our geneticist? That's what I mean. Where'd he go? Where'd you go, geneticist? You're resting. Understand that. Sorry, how much was that? 9. We have 6. And you're at a 5, which is your maximum, actually. All right, the Metri has to wait, unfortunately, until one of the fossil person is back or the rest person is back. So 2 minutes on Metry. Anything else to do here then? Well, I guess we'll look at these fossils that are coming in a second. Oh, and then we can do some sort of logistics research too. So we'll have to look at that. Large hotels. Or paths. Paths first? Paths first, I think. 6. Yeah, okay. 7. Paths, 7, and 2 on welfare. Keep the geneticists back, because we need them for the other task. There's the fossils. Snake, opalized, and there's our first batch of compy. Let's go out for another run, and then call it a day. No, just kidding. Funny joke, no other expedition today. Just a rest, just a break. Oh, yeah, and we'll worry about, we can't do the thing there anyway, so. Yeah, that'll be it for today. Until next time.